Let's get into it. Oh, zooming in on Chris's head. They're just going into it. I like it. Ooh, crouch cancel. It's good to know when to do that for Peach.
I love when a Falcon starts by short hopping off their platform and immediately like firing a neutral air off. Like before the go image even goes away on the screen, you've already hit them for 7 damage and grabbed him.
Chris has a love affair with neutral air, and I can get it. Oh, that was not good DI, but it's a pretty explosive start from Chris. And like I said, my prediction, even though I know Dirtboy's a very skilled player, my prediction is that Chris is gonna run away with the set.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. He also doesn't like losing a set to somebody. He makes it like his next mental mission afterwards until he plays them next that he's going to beat them next time. He's always had the mentality, and the fact that he gets to do this at the same night, it's actually kind of scary for Dirtboy because now he can crank up the jets, as you said.
Yeah, but it's not like it's just in Chris's hands. Dirtboy also can just play well. So we'll see what actually happens. It's a second poorly DI'd knee.
I honestly feel like a lot of times Captain Falcons, though, like you say it's not completely in his hands, and that's true to an extent, but Falcon and probably Fox are the two characters that it is most in their hands based on what they do in neutral and how they like tech read and everything. Where like a lot of people,
Falcon and Fox, is that what you said?
I'd say so. Like you have to pretty much tech read everything. Where Peach is generally throwing out air and hitboxes like huck the turnip, huck the turnip, defend yourself with down smash, defend yourself with down tilt. Short hop neutral air is a reaction rather than like you can't approach. I think it's the most aggressive possible characters have the most say in the way their sets end.
Falcon should not be played offensively usually. Being offensive is like a mix-up with his speed. But I mean, like, his toolkit is really good for spacing defensively more than anything. I mean, like, the thing is, I think that like a lot of top players seem aggressive, but it's only because they're aggressive after the hit. They're very like defensive before the hit, and then they just pursue relentlessly once they get the open up. And I think Chris is the same way. He's sometimes aggressive, but really, if you look at the spots he picks, he's trying to just be right outside of Peach's range at all times. He's been letting these Raptor Boosts rock. I'm a fan of it. I love Raptor Boost. Ooh, that was a bad nair.
That's a welcome change from my previous co-commentator who referred to it as, quote, the worst move in the game.
Well, it's not true at all. I mean, Zelda's down air, for instance. Also, Roy's back air doesn't even have a hitbox.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Kirby's back throw.
There's a lot of really bad moves. Ooh, third
short on knee. The standstill knee. Dirtboy's actually been moving into those. That's happened twice already this game alone.
Well, it's Peach's it's in a Peach's nature to just like encroach and like move in like with a float because it's kind of safe if you're gonna be like putting out attacks, but Chris anticipating. Ooh, Chris, who anticipates this, just basically like puts a hitbox out where he thinks he's gonna be. That's gonna be it.
That should be it. Yeah, he wanted to stomp for the sake of it. Look at the grin.
Yeah.
This is the 6th set they've played today.
And, oh yeah,
between two games.
Yeah, PM and Melee. Yeah. Jeez.
They've just hit the point where they know each other well enough. Chris is living on energy drink right now.
Yeah.
Dirtboy's living on pure anger.
Yeah, just letting the rage fuel him.
I think that's how he plays. I had a lot of fun playing my set with him earlier today because when he like knows he's gonna win, he has a lot of fun. But like, all right, chain grabs. It all begins.
I think that chain grab. Chain jump. Oh wow, full coverage. That chain grab does go to about 130. It goes really long, but Dirtboy's been ending it a little bit like sooner just so that he can reverse nair. He's been ending it sooner so that he can catch like the DI of people trying to get like, you know, straight away. But I just kind of question like what the best setups are. I really don't know. I mean, he's the Peach player. Out of all the top tiers, Peach is like the only one that I actually can't play. I play like pretty much every other top tier, but I don't know how she works.
Peach is just a very interesting character when it comes to like when you can approach, how you have to space based on your projectile having like an arc on it. How you utilize platforms is just so different than how every other character in the game utilizes platforms. So I completely respect not knowing how to play Peach, being like, this character's bizarre.
Chris
Here we go.
Misses the aerial, so this game is pretty much over. It would take I mean, Peach is also a really hard character to come back on, in my opinion.
Yeah, she can go from needing to encroach on you to camping you and just punishing your approaches and pulling turnips because you have to approach her because you don't want to let her just pull things and throw them at you forever. Plus, if you get caught in one down smash, obviously, it's just so much damage. So even if you're like slowly reaching the gap, like you have a good stock going, you can just take 60.
Is this actually going to happen? I'd be very surprised. Okay.
No force time.
Yeah. So if I was Chris, I would run off, save myself the energy. But maybe he wants some like time just to like think for a minute.
He just likes to play.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think I've ever seen him do that, where he's just like, all right, you got it. Like ever once in my life.
I mean,
he would rather get bodied and figure out why he's getting bodied.
And technically speaking, this is not impossible, but
it just became with that down smash.
I think if he didn't need him, I don't know if it would have killed. Okay.
All right, so Dirtboy with the convincing win on FD. Chain grabs are good.
Yep, for sure. For sure they are. All right, so from Chris, we could see Yoshi's, or we could. Where did they start again? Did they start?
They started Dreamland. You won't see that. They'll go to Battlefield now. You'll probably see like Pokemon Game 4, Yoshi's Game 5, or some combination of that if it goes to 5 games.
Oh, 39, equal amount of work done.
Oh, he really wanted that. That does not connect. Oh, I like the down tilt attempt.
Good old dope.
Yeah, the D-tilt off of jab 1. Big fan of Falcon's mixing up with that. You really only ever get to see 1 or 2 a set, though, for it to be, like, effective.
So he's underneath him. He's trying to hit him with aerials, or mostly up airs. But Dirtboy, knowing that that's, like, Falcon's best option, is mostly just trying to, like, come down with his own aerials and challenge those. I hate trying to, like, fight against Peach's air dodge. It's such a great air dodge. Here's the... Oh. Almost got the perfect fade away. I don't know why Dirtboy like eased off the ledge there. He could have let him back accidentally.
Oh, nice combo. That was a great follow-up on the up throw, and this is still going. 67% essentially on a double tech chase.
I don't think it's that hard for Peach to combo Falcon, personally. I thought it was a really good connect with the down smash, but... It's all about the neutral. Like, if you get opened up as Peach or Falcon, you should die pretty much instantly.
Yep.
Not instantly, but I mean, like, they have such good confirms on each other.
Yeah, Falcon can just start, like, up-airing you into knees. Peach can... Well, we saw the chain grab last
Chris
game.
Chris is getting caught jumping a little bit, I think. No, not going to kill yet.
Yeah, that up-air, while a solid move, doesn't kill for a long time on most characters. It's really good in those floaty matchups, though. Down air into up-air confirms. It sucks you in on that stupid down air.
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh, living?
Neutral air trades? That was the power of 69 for
It didn't trade, it just won.
He's been going for a lot of those up smashes today. That is not the first or last time we'll probably see that.
He's alive at 199. Oh my god.
That means you had to do 200 damage to him to take a stock. That's,
usually what happens is, like, if there's a better player, or just like a player that like could die and then they barely don't die and then they land, usually what happens next is they just kill the other person for letting them back.
Alright, so we're dead even here on this set right now.
Dirtboy is doing a really good job of like just like punishing like the easy stuff, or like the stuff from ledge that Chris is doing.
Chris has had a hard time getting most things going against Dirtboy without eating like 50 damage per like approach attempt.
Oh, he doesn't get like the falling off up air. That sucks.
That was a great stomp though through the ledge. He needed that. He needed that just to get Peach off of him. It wasn't even for the damage. It was just for like the neutral reset. And then Dirtboy wins the next neutral interaction anyway, and that's probably gonna be a stock.
Well, it should be. Yeah, there it is. All right, so Chris got to make something happen here if he wants to not go down in the set. Okay, that's something. Down their knee never fails. Good old DTK. Dirtboy has not been getting punished for any of his air dodges so far. I think that's something that like Chris gets better at as the set goes on, is just covering like certain defensive options.
Yeah, this set though, it's actually kind of gone the other way. Dirtboy's gotten better at covering Chris's defensive options, which is odd.
Yeah, but now it's 44%. That's not a gigantic amount of percent, but the first few interactions are going to be pretty big to see who built if Chris is going to like get more damage or if he's going to get like so far out of range. Oh, weird coverage, but it works.
I'm guessing the latter, given the 116 that we're at now. Good neutral there, though. He needed that regrab.
Good read.
Real bad.
Good roll, but yeah, that's gonna do it. Oh my! What? Okay, Chris has to win now. That's how it works.
Ghost Falcon.
All right,
still alive.
Oh, that's it.
That was a good place turnip.
All right, well, Dirtboy impressing me so far. I mean, he's been looking really solid, oddly like offensive in his Peach tactics, just kind of throwing out moves where he thinks Chris is going to be, and they've been pretty accurate so far.
Yeah, he has had excellent spacing on his approaches.
Chris going to run it back.
Yeah, Chris absolutely could have won that. He flubbed a couple of like general reads he should have had. Or, like,
well, he got nared out of that. He got nared out of that combo too, which kind of sucked for him. All right, there's the first stock. That was quick. And this is the thing. I mean, Chris, like you said, he's been like looking like he's on the ropes the whole tournament, but like it's kind of deceptive. I think he plays pretty well in situations like this.
Yeah, he does not mind having his back against the wall because he's happy to just be playing melee at all times. So to him, it's not about like the placings, although he wants to improve. It's about the knowledge and retaining, like, in this, yeah, he wants to win, but he also wants to be better at the Peach matchup. It's like a twofer for him.
Yeah.
I think with a lot of top players, though, it's that way. A lot of people have gotten really good at it.
Jumps into the dismash.
The dismash?
Dismash. He was talking like that earlier with a weird accent. All right, so Dirtboy cleans it up, 77%. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Stomp.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard to do. Almost got it. Oh, he's not just running full hardy at him now. Now he's like taking. You saw he like took a second to think. He's like, should I run up and up air? No, let's wait for a second. And then he got him because of it.
Now he's running up air.
Yeah, because Peach is like directly above him.
Yeah, that was a bad spot for him to put himself in. But still got the lead.
See what I mean? Dirtboy's been getting away with every air dodge.
Yeah, that's like 4 in a row now. Dirtboy turning the stock around real fast.
Peach hits hard.
She does hit hard.
She needs like 8 hits and then you're dead.
It's not even the percentage either. It's the stage control also. Like Dirtboy spent the whole first half of this stock, like he was unable to land at any point and like reposition himself in center stage, force his opponent onto the ledge. Then it turned around.
Ooh, gets in there out of nowhere. I don't know how he got that in there. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, good run around from Chris. I don't know what that would be called, but like the way that he got that grab was actually pretty good.
Oh, the run through pivot grab?
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that. Okay, let's see. Oh, Falcon kick, first one we've seen this set. Ooh, that was a good recovery option. Is he dead?
Yeah,
he's dead.
Oh, yeah,
man.
that's his
big swing. All right.
Across the stage.
All right.
First time I've seen Dirtboy laugh after dying on like a 0-to-death situation, like in one of those I got caught.
All right, he's definitely like, this is Chris playing a little bit more on point. He's getting like a lot of damage just. Oh, that was
a cool idea, but it didn't pan out.
If he had turned the other way to like, oh, nipple! Just catches him! All right, I mentioned earlier that Chris is really proficient at nipple stomping.
Oh yeah, he's one of the best.
Yeah, and for those of you in the chat, if you also are a fan of nipple stomping, I'd highly recommend, go to YouTube, type in Jack Kenny, Air Jordan. That is one of the best, like, just a great compilation. It's so good. It's all nipple spikes.
These two have a very detailed history of playing against each other, and a lot of it involves nipple spikes. Like,
oh yeah, I remember
way more of it than maybe it should.
Oh, he gets gimped, pretty much. I don't even know how he lost his jump, but Chris will take that. Now we're on Fountain, and Chris...
Oh no, Chris is employing a different tactic, and it's not even in-game. He's explaining to Dirtboy what he's doing to him as he does it. He did it that last stock a second ago.
That's I mean, I don't see his mouth moving now.
It isn't this second, but he was talking at the beginning of the stock while he was piling up, like, extra damage.
Oh, gets slapped.
I don't think he's really doing that to, like, screw with Dirtboy. He just likes to talk the game, but that is a mental thing.
Chris is a talker. Ooh, that's a hard knee to get, especially not getting chopped up by the down smash. Chris needs to not get impatient, because if Dirtboy like gets a big open up like he has been, this could turn around really quickly. One more hit, so one more solid hit's gonna kill Dirtboy.
Yeah, there it is.
Do you know what inspired Dirtboy's tag? Not that it's important, but
no idea.
I don't care to speculate, but yeah. All right, so there's the turnip. Is that a dot eyes? Yeah, okay. It's done though. Oh, that feels so bad. Peach has like a lot less hits done, or so it seems, like out of the down throw.
That was a very patient, like he jumped off ledge and faded back so he could empty hop and see if Dirtboy approached. And when he did approach, he caught him with the stomp instantly. That was like a free 40% on one read.
Okay, gets under that. Ooh, that's the second time where he's actually gotten reverse hit by a turnip. I'm not sure if it's on purpose, but it has worked out for him like that twice now. Ooh, I like how he's getting through these down smashes, because these down smashes would hit most players trying to run through Dirtboy.
Yeah, the timing on that's very difficult.
You have to like run confidently as soon as you possibly can. Ooh,
nice.
Catches him standing still. That's the one thing I would say about Dirtboy. He's had amazing neutral and just overall good punishes, but he has been getting caught standing still just a little bit, and that's one of the worst things you can do in Melee. Just not be a moving target. So now Chris is playing the game he wants to play, building some percent. Oh wait, the get up attack missed? Did you see? It went through Peach's whole skirt, her whole dress. I actually can't believe that missed.
All right, Dirtboy's actually, this stock has been so important for him. Just like establishing presence. Chris was in such a role, like in such a rhythm. And like you said, Dirtboy was getting caught standing still a lot. So he's been moving pretty much ever since you said that.
Chris is going on the stage with some aerials. Okay, he's got one more shot. There it is. All right, we got last stock, game 5. Dirtboy and ORLY. Let's see who can actually pull this out. My money's on Chris, because obviously I'm his fanboy. I think he's going to do it, but I would usually describe him as clutch. Let's see what happens. Oh, is that down throw knee?
Yep,
yes, that's going to take it. All right. End of set. We got a pretty good reaction from Dirtboy. He kind of jumps out of his seat.
Yeah, that's him as an animated player. And
yeah,
you know what?
He's so animated.
I really kind of needed to win that set to pay him back for losing to him in PM. Like, that's just one of those things where they played so many times in so many sets, and he knocked him into losers in Melee. Like, when you lose to a guy enough times, it's important that you finally pull the one off. So.